There's one man in my village that everybody still talks about till today. His name was Obioma, but people used to call him Obi the Odour. And if you ever met him, you'd understand why. Now, before you judge him, let me tell you Obioma was not a bad man. In fact, he was one of the most hard-working carpenters in the whole of Nsukka. He could build anything: table, chair, cupboard, bedframe, name it. But there was just one problem. Obioma never brushed his teeth. I'm not exaggerating, oh. Not once, not ever. People thought it was rumor until one day his apprentice, Small Chike, shouted in the market, "Auntie Ngozi, my ogre said toothbrush is for lazy people who can't face real work." That day, the whole market scattered with laughter. But after the laughter finished, something else began: a smell war. If you ever stood near Obioma for more than 2 minutes, your eyes would water. If he laughed, you'd feel the breeze of his laughter entering your soul like pepper and onions. If he yawned, you'd pray silently for oxygen. But somehow, he didn't care. He would just smile that brownish smile of his and say, "Better to have dirty mouth than dirty heart." People used to greet him from far. When he came to church, ushers would shift small, and even Father Benedict once said during sermon, "My children, cleanliness is next to godliness." Then he looked directly at Obioma. Everybody knew what he meant. Now, this thing started affecting Obioma's life in ways he didn't expect. First, no customer wanted to sit close to him while measuring furniture. They'd say, "Ogre Obi, Abeg just measure from there." Then slowly, people began going to other carpenters, even those less skilled. But Obi didn't learn. Then came the issue of marriage. Every time Obioma's mother saw a beautiful girl in the village, she would whisper, "Obi, that one go make fine wife oh." He would just smile and say, "If she loves me, she go love me like this." The first girl they took him to, Adiz, almost fainted during the introduction. She said she thought something died inside his mouth. That one ended before it started. The second girl, Neka, tried to manage. She said love covers everything. But after 2 weeks of visiting, she started having constant headache. She ran away one evening and never came back. The third one, Ngozi, was the bold type. She told him straight, "Obi, I love your hands, I love your work, but your mouth is chasing your blessings away." He just laughed. That laugh that could kill a mosquito mid-air. "NGO baby, you go get used to it." She packed her things that same day. Years passed. His mates married. Their children started school. Obi was still in his workshop, singing Igbo high life, his brown teeth shining like old brass. People stopped teasing him, they just pitied him. Even children would run when he smiled at them. Then one day, something happened that changed everything. A new girl came to the village. Her name was Ebel, a nurse posted from Enugu. Tall, chocolate-skinned, and full of confidence. She came to buy a table from Obi's workshop. When Obi saw her, he smiled and said, "Fine nurse, welcome to my humble office." The air around him shifted. The poor girl blinked rapidly. She coughed once, then twice. Obi thought maybe she was shy. He leaned closer to measure her hand for the table height. That was when she almost screamed, "Sir, you need to see a dentist immediately." But Obi just laughed. "Nurse, I don't need doctor. My mouth day natural." Ebel didn't argue. She left her order and disappeared. That evening, she told the women at the health center that she met a man whose mouth could kill bacteria by mere breathing. The story spread like wildfire. They even gave him a new nickname, Dr. Halitosis. By now, Obioma was in his late 30s. His mother had died, and he started realizing something: he was lonely. He would sit in his workshop at night, surrounded by wood shavings and silence. He'd see his friends passing by with their wives and children, laughter echoing in the distance. And sometimes, he'd smile sadly and whisper to himself, "Maybe it's time to brush." But pride held him like chain. Then came one Sunday morning. He woke up feeling weak, with pain around his jaw. He went to the mirror and opened his mouth. What he saw made him fall back. His gums were bleeding, his teeth shaking like broken fence poles. For the first time, he was afraid. He rushed to the health center, holding his jaw. And guess who was on duty? Nurse Ebel. When she saw him, she didn't laugh. She just said quietly, "I warned you, Obi. Sit down, let me help you." She treated him with gentleness, no insult, no mockery. And for the first time in many years, Obi felt something, shame mixed with gratitude. After 2 weeks of treatment, Ebel gave him a toothbrush and said, "Brush twice a day. It's never too late to start again." Obi nodded. That night, for the first time in his life, he brushed his teeth. He said it felt strange, almost emotional. He even smiled at his reflection, and this time, the mirror didn't fog up. He started brushing daily. His teeth didn't become white overnight, but the smell reduced. People noticed. Slowly, customers returned. And one day, he walked to the health center with a small carved box he made himself. Inside it, a wooden toothbrush with her name engraved on it, Ebel. He said, "Thank you for teaching me how to clean more than my teeth, you cleaned my life." She laughed and said, "So you finally brushed?" He smiled shyly. "Every day." Now here's the twist. People thought they would marry. They even started calling her Obi's wife. But 2 months later, she was transferred back to Enugu. She left suddenly, no goodbye note. Obi was heartbroken, but he didn't go back to his old ways. He kept brushing, kept working, kept smiling. Till today, people still tell the story of Obioma the carpenter, the man who refused to brush until life taught him the hard way. He never married, but his workshop became a small school where he taught young boys not only carpentry, but hygiene. On his wall, he carved a wooden sign that read, "A clean mouth opens more doors than a sharp tongue." And every time I pass that workshop, I smile because Obioma's story reminds me that sometimes, it's the smallest habits that shape the biggest parts of our destiny.